Hi, guys. Welcome to my podcast. I'm Danielle, and this podcast is for the girls and the girls only. So I'm here to just empower you to talk about things that society is not spoken about. So let's just think. Do you really know yourself? Or are you just going with what everybody else says about you? It's important to know yourself. The first step into knowing yourself is to love yourself. It's important to self-accept you. Accept the ins and the outs. Understand your triggers. Understand what you like. Understand what you don't like. If we know yourself and you're aware of yourself, what can they really say about you? Really nothing. They just project, and projections are real. So they'll just assume. Anything negative that people say about you is really just a reflection of what they think of themselves. So don't let it bother you. But again, know yourself. Understand who you are. Don't let nothing shake you. As a female, it's very important to know who you are. Understand what you bring to the table. And be confident. If you're not, the world will do whatever they want with you. It's very important to understand that confidence is from within. It's from yourself. It's from who you are. And if you wasn't really confident, if you're not really confident, somewhere in childhood, you really lacked encouragement. But on my podcast, I'm here to let you know, and I'm here to encourage you. Be yourself. Just be you. And be confident. And the thing is if you're not, again, society will do something totally different. But on my podcast, I just want to encourage you and uplift you and understand there's 4 ways of building confidence. And on the podcast, again, the first way, just doing things that are hard for yourself. Let go of ego. Take yourself out. Treat yourself. Do things that you normally want someone else to do for you. Don't wait. Be gentle to you. The second, hold yourself high in speech. Switch up your vocabulary. Change your appearance. Hold yourself the way you carry yourself. It matters. It means different. It means a lot. 3, know who you are so nothing can discourage you. Nothing can shake you. Get out of your comfort zone. Do things differently this time. The 4th, know what you bring to the table. Because if you know what you bring to the table, you know who you are. Again, be confident. To all my females, to all my girls, understand it's within you. It's not on you. And know that you are the one. Be confident in you, and it will show. So if you know yourself, just think. No one can faze you. In order to know yourself, though, take time out for you. Get to know you again. Be gentle with you. Do things like take yourself out, buy yourself something. Understand, be alone. You don't have to surround yourself with people. Because when you surround yourself with people, you might not know who you are. Everything around you might conflict you. So to know yourself, you have to understand who you are. Understand what you bring to the table. Because if you don't, again, society will put everything out that's not you. But again, you don't have to explain nothing. Your light shows. They see you before you see you. But the thing is are you aware or are you oblivious? Are you going to take the time to do things, to switch it, or are you just going to let it run with it? I think you should switch it. Because on my podcast, I just want to encourage you. Again, I don't say nothing I don't go through or haven't been through. It's hard finding yourself. But you have to know. You got to love yourself to know. Because the ins and the outs, you have to accept you. And again, it's not easy, but it's not nothing you can't do. Because you have to understand, get uncomfortable to be comfortable. And again, you have to just keep pushing. Just do you. Don't worry about who's around you. Just do you. And understand that it comes from within you. You can't find it on no script. You can't find it on searching, but you have to search in you. Because if you search in you, the power is within you. And then it'll bring it out of you. But the thing is are you aware or are you oblivious? It matters. But the thing is, you have to do the work. Are you going to do the work or you just want all of it? You have to do the work. Know you. Push it a little bit. Do your shadow work. If you do your shadow work, then you understand the ins and the outs. You understand what triggers you. You understand what you don't like. You'll understand yourself a little bit more than you would in a crowd. Be alone. Spend some time alone. Because if you do, anything in the past wouldn't bother you. Anything now wouldn't bother you. And again, if you lack confidence, Somewhere in your childhood, you didn't get the right necessary treatments that you needed. But as you grow, you have to still remember your old self. You have to still remember your childhood you. But you have to feed it. You have to nourish it. You have to nourish you. Because if you're not, again, society will just take over in a whole nother way. And if you know you, nothing can shake you. Nothing can stop you. Because again, are you aware or are you oblivious? Are you going to do the work or you just think it's going to get given to you? Are you going to run with what they're saying? You going to just go with the projections they say to you? No. Know who you are. So do you know yourself? Do you get comfortable with yourself? Or do you need to be around everybody else to feel comfort? It's important to be by yourself so you can be comfortable. Don't let anyone's thoughts just project onto you. Don't let what anyone says make you to who you are. Be yourself. But you have to be confident enough to branch out. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't believe what they say about you. Society is not you. But are you going to believe that? Or are you just going to go with it? It's important to look at yourself and just say, are you worthy? Are you worth it? Of course you are. But again, no one's going to tell you that. So here on my podcast, I want to let you know, you are worth it. But again, are you aware or are you oblivious? It's important. All my females, all my little teens, it's important to understand what you've been through is not what you're going through. It's not who you are. You have to understand, again, get out your comfort zone. Do things that's not popular. Do things that's not for society. Take yourself out. Treat yourself. Don't wait on no one because then your standards are low. Make your standards high. Confidence is knowing what you bring. If you have high standards, don't lower them. Don't match anything. You bring what you bring to the table for you. Know that you have to be confident for you. Society is rough, of course, but what's not? You got to work for it. And again, you got to look at yourself every day in the mirror. Say positive affirmations about yourself. Speak life over you. Because again, if you're not, it's going to be a world full of trouble. And it's going to be negative. You got to look at you in a positive light. Because when they see your light, they're already going to say negative things. But the thing is, are you aware or are you oblivious? Do you want to be? Or do you want to be confident? You have to. As a female, it's important to be confident. It's important to carry yourself in a type of way. It's important to carry yourself in a limelight that you want to see you in. Say things. What would you say to your younger self? Would you think that you're confident enough? Do you think that you are confident now? It's important to build that up. And it's important to understand. Be who you are. And confidence comes within. So again, you can't look at it from nowhere else. If you don't love yourself, how can someone else love you? What does that look like? What does self-love look like? Easy, hard. Ugly days, good days. But again, you have to love the whole you. You have to know. Because if you don't, it'll be all bad. You have to get up on the days you don't want to. You got to still love yourself even when you're doing bad. And you, again, number one, you have to forgive yourself. You got to forgive you. Confidence is within. But are you going to beat yourself up? No. Just work on it. Just work on it. Because again, are you aware or are you oblivious? Are you going to let society bring you down? Or are you going to build yourself up for you, because of you? Who do you need? Yourself. What do you need? Again, yourself. Look in the mirror 10 times a day if you need to. Build it back up. Never give up on you. Because again, as a female, it's hard, it's rough, but it has to be done. And looking in the mirror at you, you'll see your younger you, you'll see your traumas, you'll see all of it. But you have to be confident enough to push through. Understand that it comes from within you. And again, are you aware or are you oblivious? So I really want to encourage you to understand it's not just you. Everybody goes through it. I had to find myself. I had to be confident. But did it break me? Of course. But did it make me? Absolutely. And I want you to understand, it'll make you too. But it's not about no one else, it's about you. So be confident, understand, be courageous. You have to believe in you. To be confident, it comes from you. So you have to believe in you. If you don't believe in you, how can I believe in you? You got to make who you are. And in confidence, it's important to know that it starts with you. And if it don't start with you, then we can't really do much about that because it has to start with you. You have to understand. Know who you are. Take the time out to know who you are before you want to know someone else. Because if that's the case, it'll be way smoother for you. It's not always easy. It's always a challenge. But again, you have to understand what you bring to the table. And it's not just your physical appearance. What do you bring to the table? Is it monetary? Is it peace within? Is it spiritual? You have to know what you bring to the table. But confidence is one. When you walk in a room, do you see people's heads turn? Of course. But be confident. Why do their heads turn? Because they feel you before you even walk in a room. Do you think that people don't know who you are before you even enter? They do. But do you know who you are? That's the thing. You have to be confident in you. And then the rest will do its own work. The rest will do its own job. But again, are you aware or are you oblivious? Don't let the projections make you. Don't let what anyone says make you. And again, don't prove them wrong. Just laugh, just smile, because that's what I do. And again, it's not just you. To all the girls, it's not just you. We are here as one. This is a safe space. We're here to talk about these things. But are you running away from your issues? Are you running away from you? Or are you going to bring you to the table? It's important to not run away from you. Because if you run away from you, society will trample you. And that's not right. You shouldn't want to do that. So I say on my podcast, I encourage you to be you, be confident, understand that it's not easy, of course, but get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Go places by yourself. Do things by yourself. Buy things for yourself. Don't cheat yourself. You treat yourself. And again, don't wait on nobody else to do it. And you don't have to be loud about it. But you're doing it for you. And you're building you up for you. So again, are you aware or are you oblivious? As a female, it's important to be aware. Don't let no one make you. You make you. Don't let no one tell your story. You tell your story. Be confident in who you are. You have to have self-confidence. Because if you're confident, you're bringing your worth. Are you worth it? Of course you are. Have you ever noticed someone knows you by you just being you? You don't even have to say nothing. Your aura says it all. You don't have to do much. But you know why? They see your confidence. But if you don't see your confidence, who will? It's important to understand, again, what you bring to the table. It's important to understand. You have to feel. And if you don't feel, you have to be. Because your confidence is within. So it's important to understand. It's not by a coincidence. You have to put in the work. You're not going to know you if you're not spending time with you, if you're not doing things on the regular to improve you. You can't be stuck on the old you neither. You have to understand. Your confidence is within. So by that, females, just understand. Do the work. Take time for you. Be gentle to yourself. Don't be mad. You have to forgive yourself. Don't be mad at you for the mistakes that you made. Don't be mad at you for the mistakes that everyone else made towards you. Of course, that lowers your confidence. But you have to be aware. Have high self-esteem. Carry yourself well. Change up your vocabulary. Put your shoulders back and put your head up. Never look down. Of course, that's what society wants, right? But we don't give them that. You step out the box and understand. Know who you are. Because if someone else tells your story, that's not confident. They don't know what your story is. You have to know what your story is. But in order to know, You have to do your self-work. You have to do your shadow work. Know what you don't like. And that I can mean vague or specific. Do you know what your favorite color is? Do you know what's your favorite activity? As a female, what is your favorite thing about yourself? And I mean that as far as the ins and the outs. Of course, physical, but it's deeper than that. Self-confidence is from within. We can't just say, okay, I like my physical appearance, so I'm confident. That's just a little bit. That's about 5%. But in order to be confident, you have to understand it's within you. Is your heart clean? Do you have pure intentions? When you walk in a room, do you feel like you own the room? Or you just want to minimize yourself? Don't lower yourself. Don't be small. You have to think big. Confidence is within. Confidence starts with you. And with you, I mean the inner you. It's important to understand that when you're confident, it shows. And again, you don't have to say much. Or you can. But it's important to understand it starts with you. And be you. Again, don't shrink yourself. Being confident doesn't mean shrinking yourself. Being confident doesn't mean boasting about yourself. Being confident doesn't mean the word that they say, cocky. But being cocky, I guess, is being bold. Doing things that others won't do. And again, you have to put yourself there. Just think about it. Your younger self, what would you tell your younger self? How would you tell your younger self to be confident? Do things out of the limelight. Do things as brave. Be brave. Be courageous. Because again, it's not easy. But you have to understand, you have all the resources in you. You have all the tools in you. But again, maybe we don't want to use the tools because, I don't know, our friends might laugh. I don't know. You might not be accepted. No. You continue being you. Be confident. Everything else will follow. And again, as a Black female, I know it's rough, but you have to build that confidence. You have to do things for you. Again, the way you carry yourself is a huge, huge thing. Bring in confidence. Change your vocabulary. Go around people that will uplift you. Go around people that will elevate you. Don't go around people that will bring you down. Because when you have confidence, everybody around you should have confidence. But again, that's not your job. The focus is you. So if your focus is you, what do you think will happen around you? You will be the focus. Because again, when they see your light, they see what you're doing. You have to understand, you have to do you too, but be confident. The thing is, your confidence is within. You cannot find confidence in, I don't know, your boyfriend, your friends. You can't find confidence in that. Because if you do, you'll be dependent on them. As a female, be confident, be independent. As a female, your independence is your confidence. As a female, your strength is your confidence. As a female, your elevation is your confidence. But again, are you aware or are you oblivious? It's important to understand. Don't let no one make no path for you. You make it. I don't care if it's just you. It was just me. And you have to do what you have to do. And by that, I mean, do the work. Do your inner work. Again, it will be ugly. It's not going to be all pretty. It's not going to be easy. You'll have some days when you're crying because you don't know who you are. But again, that's all building your confidence. So if someone says something you don't like about you, it's not going to shake you. You're going to smile and be you and walk it off and laugh about it because it's okay. Things happen. You have to know how to be confident. And again, if you lacked confidence somewhere in your childhood, it wasn't the right materials that you needed to be confident. So again, on my podcast, I just want to let you know the tools that you need for the confidence. So again, walk with your head high. Speak your vocabulary. Never be quiet because they don't want you to know the truth. Never be quiet because they don't want to hear the truth. Watch what you say when it comes to you. Tell people they can't play with you. That's confidence. They cannot play with you. Know what you bring to the table. Know who you are. Know who to surround yourself with. Again, confidence is within you. So the power is within you. Your confidence is your power. And if you have nothing else, you know that they can't strip you from your confidence. As a female, of course you go through things. Of course society brings things to you. But is that really gonna ruin your confidence? Is that gonna bring your self-esteem so down that you have no confidence? No, don't have it do that. Because if that's the case, do you really love yourself? Ask yourself, do you love yourself? And not because, what everyone else says. No. Ask yourself, do you love yourself? What does it take to be you? I had to ask myself, what does it take to be me? No one else can be you. But are you acknowledging that? Or are you just going with the flow? You can't go with the flow. Because if you go with the flow, they'll just have a name for you. But again, that's not confidence. Confidence isn't either putting people down. That's not confidence. Confidence is bringing people up with you, uplifting people. Don't just bring them down because you think you're better. Absolutely not. That's not confidence. Confidence is knowing who you are, knowing what you bring to the table, bringing people with you, elevating them, having them elevate you. But again, are you aware of that? Or are you just oblivious? It's important to be aware. As a female, we have to be aware. We have to become who we are. And again, to your younger self, of course it hurted. Of course things didn't bring you confidence. Of course they didn't teach you how to be confident. But again, on this podcast, I'm going to teach you and I'm going to show you. Because again, it wasn't just brought to me. I had to learn it and I'm still learning it. But you have to stand on your own 10 toes and understand confidence is within you. And no one can teach you that. But when you go through things, confidence is brought to you. It's within. But again, are you aware or are you oblivious? Are you going to let projections make you? Are you going to let assumptions run your life? Absolutely not. Be confident. Again, put your head up. Put your shoulders back. Know the way that you want to be in the world. Don't be conformed. You make society. Understand what you bring to the table. If it's not you, then it's not what? It's no confidence. As a female, we have to understand. We are confident. Our nature is to be bold. Our nature is to be big. But again, are we tapping into ourselves? You have to tap into you to know that you're confident or if you're not. You have to tap into you to know if you're aware or oblivious. You have to tap into you to know that you need to love yourself. Because again, if you don't love yourself, how can we really be confident? Do you even know who you are if you don't love yourself? It takes time. It might take days. It might take months. It might take years. For me, it took a little years. And that's normal too. But you get confident by going through these things. You get confident by being who you are. And it's no race. The only race is you versus you. But again, are you aware or are you oblivious? Of course things happen. Of course. But your self-esteem has to stick. Your self-esteem has to be high. You have to be positive. If it's not going to break you, it's going to make you. And if it made me, it can make you. It might have broken a little bit, but again, I'm still here telling you, you're still here listening to me. So you have to understand confidence is from within. It comes from me. So I just want you to know that it comes from within you. But you have to tap in yourself. If you're not tapping into yourself, you're not spending much time with yourself. Confidence is knowing who you are, the inner you. Not what's on paper, not the physical. No. What makes up you? Your mind. Is your mind confident? Are you feeding your mind negative things about you? You can't. That's not confidence. Confidence is knowing you, knowing your triggers. Understand what makes you upset. What makes you feel unhealed? As a female, it's important to heal. It's important to know who you are to bring your confidence. As a female, do you want to get better? Or do you want to just stay stuck with society? Stay stuck in the past. That's not confident. It's important to understand confidence is within you. And if you don't bring it, no one else is going to believe it. So here I am telling you again, confidence is within. You have to understand, all they can do is assume. But when they assume, your confidence shouldn't shake. Your confidence should still be there. Your confidence is you. But again, are you aware of it or are you oblivious? Are you worth it or do you think you're unworthy of it? You're very worthy. But your confidence is within. Self-belief. Believing in you, believing in yourself. So if you don't believe in you, nothing around you will work because you're dependent on everything else around you. But you have to depend on you. Depend on the inner you. Again, even though it's a lot, even though it's hard, of course, nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. Because if it came easy, it wouldn't be worth it. And understand, as a female, we always want the good. We always want the gold, the glitter, the glam. But we don't want to do the work. We get so comfortable. We get so not knowing of what can be. You have to understand, we don't need any of that. It's just confidence. You have to understand. Be you and be you proudly. And don't let no one take it from you. Because again, if you're confident, what can they really say? Not really much, just assume. They'll just project. But again, projection is real. Projection is not confidence. Projection tears people down. But when you have confidence, it can't tear you down. It might sting a little. It might have you just looking at yourself like, wow. But honestly, you're still going to be you. They didn't break you. Maybe they just stung you again. But they didn't break you. And you have to know who you are. And again, know what you bring to the table. Your energy, your aura, not even your physical, your spiritual, your mental. What do you bring to the table? What makes you? Confidence is key. Self is based off confidence. You are confident. But again, in my podcast, I want to uplift you. Every girl is not confident. Of course not. But they can be. And if you look at yourself in the mirror, say your positive affirmations. Speak life over you. Understand that if you don't speak life over you, where are you going to get it from? Who's going to tell you this? Who's going to be in your corner explaining, oh, be confident? You have to, for you. And it's not always going to feel good. It's going to feel a little weird. But you have to shake that off. I had to. You have to get out your comfort zone. Nothing is going to come easy. Nothing is going to feel comfortable. It doesn't feel comfortable. But you have to understand, confidence is within you. And if you don't do it, how can we expect someone else to do it for us? Do they really know you? If you don't know you, do anyone else know you? Absolutely not. You have to know. Be yourself. Be courageous. Be that you. All the girls, be you. You can be weird. You can be funny. You can be cool. But be confident. Be confident in you. Because no one can take it away. To end this episode, I just want to leave you with this. Understand who you are. Love yourself. Know who you are. Know what you bring to the table. And understand, it's not just you. We all have to be confident. I had to learn. And if you want more from my podcast, just continue following me on this journey because it's going to be good. And again, it's not easy, but I'm here with you.